I am here. Hello. I was meant to be here about 7 minutes ago, but I was focused on making sure that A, I had some laundry on the line, and B, I got myself a glass of water. So, yes. Hello. Spent the last 4 minutes running down and up some stairs, so I'm out of breath. Unfit. Unfit to play. Unfit to do anything. Well, fit enough to do this because we are going to do the news. And there's quite a bit to get through, so this might end up going overtime. But yeah, the news segment. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na! Oh. Oh. I did that last time too. I remember doing that last time. The developer direct. I almost thought, chat, when I first saw this, that it was a Devolver direct. But no. Devolver is different to developer. This is basically something that Xbox put together with 4 of its teams basically organising a direct and going through this. A good PR move, if there ever was one. Get our teams together to show that we're not cracking under the pressure of video game media these days. Get id, Sandfall, Compulsion and Team Ninja to show that we're still fine, we're still thriving. Well, I got some stuff to say. Firstly, Ninja Gaiden 4. I had added these to my back catalogue at the end of last year because of Ragebound, the Blasphemous-led, Blasphemous devs-led NES Return to Form Ninja Gaiden game. I had no idea there was going to be a Ninja Gaiden 4 this year, but here it is releasing. I do want to play these games, chat. So, if I suffer, I suffer. Might be guide heavy, might find some way to cheese it, but I sincerely doubt that the Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to be ridiculously difficult. They're going to want to cater to, you know, the general public a little bit, like Wolong levels of difficulty, I would say. Right? They're not going to make this game obscenely difficult. They wouldn't do that. Maybe. We'll see. But it looks great. The game looks wonderful. Platinum and Team Ninja are working together to make it, which I think they have collab before. But, yeah. Looks cool. Now, I've talked about South of Midnight a little bit on the Discord. But I saw this game last year, and I liked how it looked, but I also remember having issues with the presentation in terms of the stop-motion style they're going for. They want to make it look stop-motion, but obviously it isn't actually stop-motion, so instead they're reducing the number of frames on the screen. So, you know, frames of, like, if you move your hand, it looks smooth. Remove a couple of those, like, single images of the hand and it looks like it's stuttering. That's what they mean by stop motion. It's not stop motion though. That's not what that means. Stop motion means stopping at each frame and changing the motion of it. And I think it looks interesting. I don't know how I feel about the combat or the exploration. There's nothing really terribly new about it. It was just a bit tonally whiplashing because while the stop motion animation was inconsistent, I also don't like how they blended it with the actual game itself. Because if you're going to have a stop motion game, you've got to take into account the fact that if it's going to be precision based timing, you can't really do that with stop motion. Because stop motion is by itself on a different level, like different rules to regular motion. And it's just going to feel awkward to do, and time is going to feel slow, it's going to feel sluggish, and I have no idea how they're going to manage that. Also, the visual effects, also not being in that style, is going to affect me a lot if I decide to play this. Like, imagine you have like a flame effect going off that's like 60 FPS, while the character model is a lot slower. It doesn't look right, and I had that during the trailer. It was strange. It felt like the game was stuttering. I felt there was like a memory loss issue going on. But we'll see. I'm interested to see more about this game. It's made by the same people who made We Happy Few, which was pretty good story-wise, apparently. But gameplay-wise, eh. Expedition 33 is a game that I'm also interested in, just because it looks like, you know, traditional RPG fashion. The one thing I noted from the trailer is it's a lot. There's a lot they're presenting to you. It's a big world, big ideas, lots of ideas, and it's kind of hard to wrap your head around within this one showcase. I think they ended up showing a little bit too much, because I don't really know what the game's about. Like, how long is it going to be? How are the character interactions going to go? At one point in the trailer, they said the characters were going to do something that not enough RPGs do, where characters have complete arcs. That is the bare minimum for a character in an RPG. I'm sorry, but no. If you're going to have a party member in an RPG, they need to have a complete arc. That is what we call storytelling. Otherwise, what's the point? But I like the world map. I like how it looks. I'm interested. I just don't really know what it is, even at this point. But again, I'll wait for reviews until they come out. Finally, Doom, which, weirdly, the game I was most looking forward to, because I love Eternal. Eternal is one of my favourite games ever made, I think. I have played Eternal about 4 times at this point, and I just love it every single time. It's just a great game, and they said they're going for a different style here. It being, bring the fight to you rather than run towards the fight. I don't mind that, but it did seem a little slow. And there are a couple of things in the trailer that I don't know how I feel about. Like them making the maps a lot bigger. And it having a more melee focus. We'll see. The big thing worth noting from this is I won't know until I play, or wait for reviews to come out. Apparently there was some actual footage of the game released by IGN, and it looks good apparently from that. So I have no idea. I'll have to wait until the game comes out, but I love Eternal. Despite the people surprisingly being quite harsh on Eternal, I thought that was a great game. Ninja Gaiden. I wanted to mention this again, because we're just talking about Ninja Gaiden. I'm going to be doing the NES games across the next 2 weeks, the next 4 weeks. The next recording I'm going to do is Ninja Gaiden 2, and that's going to be not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, and then the video will come out on Wednesday. That's the plan. I hope that this game isn't as bad as the first one, but we'll see. Oh boy. Something else. The end of Flipside Fights. I ended up finishing the demo disc collection from Sona 2000 devs and Vladimir Law, and I had a good time with it overall. There were a couple games in there I wasn't a big fan of, but for the most part they were really good. And I'm looking forward to the full release of these. There might be a game on here that will appear during Spookytober in October. We'll see. But great collection, great demos. I hope all the devs succeed and they can continue making what they like, because that's what's important. I haven't actually added onto this that the Celeste game was cancelled, but that is a bummer. It's sad to hear that game was cancelled, because they put a lot of work onto it, and there were IP disputes as well. I just hope that the devs can continue on and make what they actually want to make now, and not something that is stressing them out. 2 more things. Return to Ender. I played Ender Lilies last year as a quick harvest, and I was like, I'm experimenting more with my recording series this year, so why don't I make this like a Metroidvania full playthrough? And so far it's going pretty well. It's a cool game, great looking, just like the first one, great music, great presentation, finally out of early access so I can actually bring it to people who want to watch it. And yeah, I want to play more. As is the case with Metroidvania, I don't like leaving them off, but it's good. It's a good time. I enjoy it. Play it if you haven't. It's wonderful. So I was going to make this an entire discussion point, but I think I'll talk about this during Persona because they're both anime related. But I am almost done with Season 1 I was planning on watching this, like, you know, my monthly episode of anime was the plan. But then an episode in this season happened, and it changed everything. I am not one to sit down and be like, anime, I absolutely adore it, because I do. I love Fullmetal Alchemist, I love Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, they're great. And I don't really watch that much anime. And this was a more of a risk, because it has some of the traits of anime I don't necessarily love. But then I realized, oh shit, the writers know that. And they're using it against the audience. And this show is actually really clever, and dark, and sorrowful, and miserable, and great, and terrible at the same time. I really respect it. It's like, I don't know what they're going to do next. They keep throwing things at you. They keep hiding plot details from the audience because it's all from one character's perspective, who's also kind of an asshole. As I spoke about Monday, I think. This is a great show. I had an absolute blast with this season. I'm looking forward to the season finale, and I'm definitely going to step back into season 2 afterwards. I'll talk about it more on Persona just so I can get out of here, but let's do guess the game and finish this. This has taken longer than I would want to because I had to do my laundry. So, laundry is now cleared. We can, we can continue. What is this song? I'm trying to remember what the song is from. Or it's from Undertale Yellow, but what boss fight is it? It doesn't say I'm live on Twitch, which worries me. Oh no, there we go. What could this be? What could this be? Well, it's definitely a video game, but what kind of video game is it? Oh no. Fantasy, what's it called? Fantasy Zero. The thing, Neo Fantasy, whatever it's called. No, it's the thing from the what's it? The original creator of Final Fantasy. What is this? Okay, it's not that. It's Sparking Zero. Because I know I've seen Dragon Ball. There we go. I do want to play this at some point. I do enjoy a good Dragon Ball game, but I don't know when because I haven't got time. Oh. Was I alive when this game came out? That's the question. That should be one of the criteria. Was Flower alive? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Legacy of Kain. Is it Soul Reaver? No, no, I don't think it is. Is it the first Legacy of Kain games? It was called Dark Earth. Org? Are the D&D creatures? Oh, this is just ridiculous. I don't know what this one is either. Yoku's Island Express. Okay, I have heard of that before, but I didn't know what it was. Is that it? Okay, it's one more. Come on, Flower. Get one of them. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, you get two of them. I mean. We're not gonna get this. Persona 2! That'd be crazy if it was Persona 2. No. Oh wait, is this a Xeno Saga? Or Xenogear? No, it's not, because it's not Monolith. I don't know what this is, man. Star Ocean. Okay, I apologize to Star Ocean fans because I have no idea.